Hello, Shadow Realm. Editor Wolf Duelist here, and I have a bit of bad news. So, after recording this duel with Mega Guy, the laptop that all of my footage got recorded on was sadly lost in the back of my dad's pickup truck. Now, technically, he still has it, and I can recover them, but we wanted to get this video out because you guys have waited 4 months already, and we didn't want you guys to wait even longer. So please enjoy this entire video from Mega's perspective, but don't worry, we've got some mad surprises in store for you, so please enjoy this episode.
Today, Wolf and I have cooked up something very special in that we've actually built each other's decks for this episode. This is meant to be a Christmas special, but we do not make these things in a timely manner, so oh wow. Anyway, this is what Wolf has cooked up for me. It is a volcanic deck that it does seem. We got some solar flare dragons, we got some volcanic scatter shots, we got Bane Hollow. We had a Tri-Blaze Accelerator in the side deck, and I don't remember ever having seen this card. Hmm. I don't know how good that is in a deck that's going to be doing a lot of using a lot of spells, honestly. But anyway, we have the Exiled Force, one of my old favorites. We got the Genzo and Mobius. We got double Old Vindictive Magician. This is actually going to be really funny, like what this deck is once you see what I built for Wolf, assuming that this deck profile comes first, but still. We got a couple of UFO turtles for floating purposes. We got the Volcanic Hammer, which is not a card I actually like that much, to be honest. We had Volcanic Scattershot, which I know there's a way to trigger this, but I do not play Volcanic, so I don't remember what it is. Okay, yeah, you got to discard it off a Blaze Accelerator, and then it'll send two more to the graveyard for 1500 damage and all. You got Volcanic Shell for Blaze Accelerator Shenaniganery. Volcanic Slicer, which, I mean, he's not the worst thing in the world for the GX era, to be honest. 1800, 1200, but the 500 per turn burn is not the worst thing in the world, even if he can attack. Solar Flare Dragon's actually pretty good, notwithstanding something I put in Wolf's deck, because it just forms an attack lock if your opponent is not careful and burns for 1,000 every turn. We got the Double Wave Motion Cannon, one of my old standbys here that Wolf gave me. We got the Dark Core, Pot of Avarice, the Dark Door. We got 3 Upstart Goblins. Wolf and I realized episode that is not limited. We got a Gravity Bind, Negate Attack, Phoenix Wing, Wind Blast, Raigeki Break, Sakuretsu, Solemn, and Wall of Revealing Light in the main deck. This is getting side decked like immediately. This is not going to do anything in a burn versus burn match. We got Banisher of the Radio. We actually got a small banish package in here for DD Dynamite. Coffins, Coffin Seller and the banish package just seem like they compete against each other, to be honest. We got a Volcanic Doomfire, which we'd have to side in, which is fine. I I don't know how I feel about Volcanic Doomfire, to be honest. It's not a bad card, but someone just doesn't really play Volcanics that much. With only one Tri-Blaze Accelerator and one Doomfire, I just don't think it's worth running. Because we need the Tri-Blaze Accelerator and the Doomfire. We have to hard draw both of those, which I just don't think it's worthwhile. We got Ryza, we got a double Mind Golem, DD Crow, we got some fusions here in the extra deck. I can't make any of them, but they're there. We got Cloak and Dagger, which I have never seen this card before. I didn't even know I pulled that at any point. Declare one monster card name. If your opponent normal summons, special summons, or flips that monster face up, remove that monster and this card from play. That's not a terrible card, but honestly, I think I'd rather just go with Prohibition for the most part, because that prevents that particular card from being used at all. And it's lingering, essentially. So it's basically becomes a dead draw. Like whatever, if Prohibition is up. I think this has a use case, but I think I'd rather use Prohibition personally. We got Coffin Seller. Each time a monster is sent to your opponent's graveyard, inflict 300 damage to your opponent, which is, yeah. We have Macro. We got Raigeki Break. All in all, I am interested to see how this turns out. This is a much different direction for the burn than what I went with for Wolf. But yeah, I will see you guys in the duel.
Editor Wolf here again to say that things were somehow even worse than I anticipated. I knew I had lost my footage, but I was like, oh, Mega recorded as well. This should be fine, right? Wrong, because apparently the settings that he put for this episode meant that I was not recorded at all. So please enjoy Mega's perspective, where it sounds like he's talking to himself. Because of this, we have relegated this duel to just one game, otherwise, we would be here for an entire hour, and that is just not satisfying.
I don't have the third one. I will summon Volcanic Slicer, and we'll go and get started. I'm going to activate his effect to deal 500. I will drop. I will drop one. I mean, I don't know how you predicted I would be playing Volcanics. It's kind of interesting. You didn't like take a look at my deck off my desk, did you? I know, because you said you're talking about me using Volcanics. So I just said I don't know how you knew I was going to use Volcanics. Oh, that might screw me over though. I actually side that out later for game two because that's a good card, but it is not worth it. Well, I will summon Volcanic Slicer. I did not mean to put that on top of my deck. I've tried to summon Volcanics. I tried to summon Volcanic Slicer, but I actually rolled my thing over the set card I had and put on top of deck. I know it was a misclick. I'm going to put that back where it was, and I will actually normal summon Volcanic Slicer. It is the same card. You can check the video later if you want. I was not cheating. That is the same card that I put back on top of the deck. All right. I think that's correct. I will attempt to attack with Volcanic Slicer. Ooh. Then in main phase two, I will burn for 500 with the Volcanic Slicer I did not use. Or did not attack with, let's say. And we will pass it over there. I will take 1,000. That's not 1,000. That was 1999. I wouldn't know. There. But then again, the Matrix came out that year, so that is pretty good. Oh, Mobius. That is. Yeah, I think I have to let that go. Solemn Judgment is not going to do anything in this matchup. I'm going to have to side out. Is that 4,000 is not worth it? You did. It just does not work well in a bird matchup. That is a bad idea. That will work. That is correct. I will draw. No, Wolf, I'm going to fire off Dark Core by discarding Blaze Accelerator, and I will banish your Mobius. Next, I will activate the effect of Volcanic Slicer. I then tribute summon Mobius. Then I will put one face down. Yeah, now you see why I used the Volcanic Slicer first. That is not bad. We'll just swing with Mobius. Ah, Spirit Reaper. It's a stalemate. I will pass it there. Well, Hammer Shot would only destroy my own monster. It's highest on the field, not highest your opponent controls. Okay, that's kind of funny. You'll see. I will swing with Mobius over this. It was vindictive. Yeah, kind of figured. Pass. Yes. This is such a bad move, but I think I have to do this. I'm gonna activate Raigeki Break and pitch the Dark Door to pop Spirit Reaper. That is fine. I will set and pass. I don't know if I like the sound of that. Ooh, you got the cannon. It's turned against me. I don't think that's worthwhile, honestly, even with Vengeful Box Spirit up. I will tribute Volcanic Scattershot to summon Jinzo. This turn, at least. Also, I will have to request you take 500 damage from Volcanic Scattershot. I'm gonna put a counter on the cannon. I will take 1,000. I will set one. Go on. That's fair. I will swing with Jinzo. I will take another 1,000. Uh, I will tribute Volcanic Shell and summon Volcanic Hammerer. I think we'll do, what, 800 more? Yes, it will be. I will activate his effect to inflict 800 points of damage, as I have 4 volcanic monsters in my graveyard. It's a third of your life point. Actually, be a fourth of your life points, but no, we'll swing with Jinzo, I suppose. May as well. Oh, it was the guard. No, not the guard. So what we bouncing? As I was gonna say, because your traps will be back online here, and you need to figure out a way to deal with the Jinzo before he comes back out next turn. Well, I guess I could summon him next turn, or I could summon the Volcanic Hammer. To be fair, yeah, you're on a 3-turn clock. If I just choose not to bring the Jinzo back out, I will draw. Okay, so now I'm faced with a decision. I could either attempt to swing for game, and if that connects, I just win here, or I could stick to the clock, which I think is a much safer option. That's fair. To be honest, I was probably going to try to attack there anyway, like just because what I drew. So yeah, we'll I think we'll burn for 800 again. And since we're still in the main phase, I will use Volcanic Shell. I will pay 500 and grab another Volcanic Shell from the deck. Oh, it's literally the next card on the deck. That's funny. We're going to search Volcanic Shell. Oh, he would have been extra anyway. So we're going to set a card, a very mysterious card, and pass the turn. It might be Volcanic Shell. I make no promises though. Turn 4 on the cannon. I get the feeling you just realized you made a very big mistake. That one get you anything good? Well, you're probably not going to like this either. I summon Exiled Force. Okay, that's sick though. Like honestly, it's kind of sick. Yeah, but you do still have to win the next 2 turns. You are on a 2-turn clock here thanks to the wave motion cannon. Not a good position to be in. It is a position you are in, though. And I have 9. Set and pass. That's a good card. I activate Pot of Avarice. We will send back the Volcanic Scattershot. We will send back the Hammer, which is supposed to go to the top of the deck, not the hand. The Exiled Force, Mobius, and we'll take 1 Volcanic Slicer. That was not supposed to go to the hand, me. So yes, then we will shuffle that in, and we will draw 1, 2. That was not good. Also, I need to put a counter on the cannon before I forget. I will set, then I will pass it there. Flip summon the spy. Oh, another counter on the cannon, by the way. That is up to 6 now. It'll take me down to 29. That's fair. Gonna go for the guard. Yeah, because neither of those can attack this turn. This is not normal or special summon, it's just when they are summoned. And Gravekeeper Spy would have been flip summoned. Man, when was the last time you saw a flip summon? Before this duel. Just one of those mechanics that just aged out. Got Jinzo. Unfortunately, will not deal with the cannon. I will take 6K. Quite the powerful cannon, to be honest. Yep. I will send the cannon to the graveyard to deal 2,000 points of damage and secure game 1.